Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday, the 22nd of September. I'm Barry Fair, and thanks for joining us here at St. Ives Cat on this beautiful, glorious, sunny morning here. Top temperature today will be 27 degrees, early spring, summer-like weather we've got here today, and we've got a fantastic show coming up for you. Cass and I have, and we're going to be talking about a beautiful, delectable custard slice here. Now, who loves a beautiful, delectable, delicious vanilla custard slice here? Let us know down below here. We'd like to hear from you about this. Well, it is slice week on my daily wraps, and this is episode 63 of the daily wraps. And just before we get underway, telling you how to make this beautiful, delectable, delicious slice, a recap of last week's program where I talked about the Sydney Olympics 20 years on now. The questions I'd like to ask you: where were you when the Sydney Olympics were on? We'd like to hear from you about that. And what was your favorite highlight? And Ian Thorpe, the swimmer, he was only 17 at the Sydney Olympics. And Kathy Freeman, a 400 metre gold medalist. And what a great performance these two champions put on at the Olympics. And also we talked about the postponement, or the cancellation, I should say, of the Tokyo Olympics. And they have been rescheduled for 2021. So that was the recap of last week's show. Now on to episode 63 today, which is on vanilla slice. Thanks for joining us. I hope you've got a good appetite for a delicious, delightful vanilla custard slice using store-bought pastry. And here we go. Get your appetites up, slice lovers. We welcome you to the opening sequence of episode 63 today. I'm Barry Fair with my offside Cass, all well and raring to go again after she was away last week. I can't say why on the show. It's very important that I respect people's privacy here on the show. But today, to open the show, we're going to be sharing with you a delicious, delightful vanilla custard slice, as I said, using store-bought pastry. And joining me now in the studio, good morning to a very well-dressed Cass, and here she is. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry, and good morning, viewers. I'm excited to talk to you about our upcoming vanilla slice.
Our upcoming vanilla slice, ladies and gentlemen. Now, who loves a slice? Come on, be honest. Do you like a vanilla slice? We'd like to hear from you about this today on the show. So, if you'd like to comment on this, please let us know. And now, here are the ingredients for this slice. And here we go with it. Well, you will need some store-bought puff pastry, and a filling for the slice. And here's my operator to read the ingredients out for you all there.
Okay, so for our cream patissiere, we have 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of cream, 60 grams of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 150 grams of caster sugar, 50 grams of corn flour, 125 mils of water, and 6 egg yolks.
Okay, but for those that can't have normal milk, because this had normal milk in there, you can substitute for lactose-free milk, soy milk, or almond milk. Now, with the egg yolks, guys, you don't need the whole egg. You can separate the eggs, okay? And use the whites for another recipe, like a meringue or something. And we're going to talk about what to do with the whites on the next show. But what you do is you really have to concentrate on how to make the slice. And the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is you must take your time on this, don't rush, and make sure that you have a suitable oven dish to put your pastry into. Here's my operator.
That's right, Barry. We need to make sure we have a very good tin ready to go.
But before you start cooking, guys, always wash your hands, okay, and wear gloves if you are handling eggs, okay, and make sure before you use eggs, guys, to make this slice, make sure that they are in date, because if you're using off egg yolks, guys, it wouldn't taste very nice in a vanilla custard slice. So now on to what to do to put the filling together. Here's my operator.
Okay, so our method is to first of all preheat the oven to 180 degrees.
Okay, so you need to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Okay, and the next step
is to place the pastry sheets on baking trays lined with non-stick paper.
Okay, so very important, viewers and slice lovers out there, to really concentrate on this, okay? And then brush the pastry, I think, with butter. Okay, now, the reason you brush the pastry with the butter, okay, is so that the pastry has a lovely golden brown colour when it comes out of the oven. So how long do you bake the pastry for?
So, viewers, we bake the pastry for 20 to 25 minutes or until golden.
And make sure you put a tea towel over the pastry so it doesn't dry out. And make sure you remove the paper from the pastry because you don't want paper in your pastry. Here's my offsider.
That's right. Very good advice, Barry. Okay, we're now up to step 2.
Step number 2. Now, split the vanilla bean in half. Okay, now heat the milk, I think you've got to do. And keep an eye on the milk, okay? Watch it. Don't let it burn. Here's my offsider.
That's right, Barry. So once we've split the vanilla bean, we put the milk, the cream and the butter along with the vanilla and sugar into a saucepan over medium heat.
So, and for those that can't have normal butter, use Nuttelex as well. Here's my offsider.
That's good, Barry. That is a dairy-free option for any of those who have an intolerance or allergy to dairy. But it's also a great option for our vegans out there as well.
So, continuing on, here's my offsider.
Okay, so once the milk, cream, butter, vanilla and sugar have been boiling over a medium heat, we then remove the saucepan. We combine the corn flour and water and whisk into the hot milk with the egg yolks. We then return to the heat, whisking and bringing to the boil. Cook, whisking for 30 seconds to 1 minute or until custard is thick.
Now, you must check whether the milk is in date before you use that, because if it's not, you've got to bin it. And how can you tell when milk is off? Well, it has a putrid smell, and there's bacteria in the milk. So if you know the milk, if you know that the milk and eggs are off, please do not use them, these ingredients. You must have fresh ingredients, guys. Here's my offsider.
That's right, Barry. It's very important to double check our ingredients and the date on especially our milks and eggs.
And make sure you check the expiring date on this. Here's my offsider.
That's right, Barry.
And on with the breads, the rest of the slice now.
Okay, so we then place one pastry sheet in the base of a lightly greased tin lined with non-stick paper.
So make sure, guys, you have a big enough baking tin tray to line your pastry sheets and your baking paper. Then place the pastry sheet into the baking tin, okay? But make sure you let the pastry cool before adding the hot filling, because if you put the hot filling on the pastry, it will melt. Well, it won't melt, but it will run everywhere. Here's my oxider.
That's right, Barry. So the next step is to top the pastry with the custard, and then once you've put all the custard on top of your first pastry sheet, you add your last pastry sheet and press down gently.
So don't go kabang, 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 kabang. Do it gently, guys, and make sure you don't break the pastry in the process. Here's my oxider.
Once we've done that, we refrigerate for 3 to 4 hours or until the custard is set.
And I can tell you guys, you will absolutely love this slice. Beautiful. Here's my oxider.
That's right. You then can dust it with some icing sugar on top and cut into nice little slices.
And that's the end of segment 1 of our show. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the slice, guys. And bon appetit.
Bon appetit.